Hey, what's up, Colby? This is a demo video for you for your SP Sabers High Ground, the Obiwan Kenobi Lightsaber. Very nice saber. It's installed with a Proffie. It's got a crystal chamber. It's a dual crystal chamber. You've got a Carl Chen PCB right here for your Neopixel connector. You actually have two sets of those in this guy, and I'll show you that here in a second. All right, but this is a 2-button setup. So your first switch, or your front switch rather, that's your power, and your back switch is your auxiliary. All right. So how to get to everything, what you want to do is unscrew the pommel. What you want to remember on this pommel, though, it's a little weird. It's backwards. So you're going to go righty-loosey, okay, for this guy. Some of them tend to be like this. So yeah, just remember, turn this guy clockwise to loosen it. And we'll have to turn counterclockwise, obviously, to tighten it up. All right, but once you take that off, you'll see your chassis here. You want to take this greebly right here and back it up a little bit. Just unscrew it a little bit. You don't have to unscrew it all the way or take it all the way out, but just unscrew it like that and then come over here and pull your chassis straight out. And this is what you've got here. This is the SP Sabers dual crystal chamber. So it's got two different quartz crystals. I've got them each doing a little something different when the saber's off, and then something different when the saber comes on as well. All right, so you've got your second set of Carl Chen PCBs right here. You've got your Proffie board here. This is just a snap fit down into the shelf. There is a place for a piece of art tape here. This is a White Cloud Sabers Chassis that my buddy Ollie over at White Cloud sent me so that I could use for this guy. Although there is a place for tape, I didn't feel it was necessary because the board was a nice press fit down into the shelf. So that's what you've got for now. Of course, your switches. This channel right here is for that greebly that we loosened before we took it out. All right, so that's what that's for. And you got a removable battery setup. Spring side, or the negative side of your battery, is always going to go over here by the speaker. You're running a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker, by the way. All right, so we'll throw a battery in this guy.
I will do what I must.
This is the Just Bend sound font from KSIF. So I've kind of got these two doing a little something different. They are on a timer, so if you don't turn the saber on right away, they will time out so they don't kill your battery. But when the saber's on, they react to the auxiliary button being pressed. And then you have twist off. All right. To throw it in the saber, again, you want to make sure that this greebly here is backed up. And then line up your switches with your control box. We'll come in here. It'll get so far, it'll feel like it doesn't want to go. Don't be afraid to push it a little bit. All right. Push it in, click it in just like that. Come over here and tighten this greebly down. We'll tighten it all the way down. And we'll come over here and we'll put our pummel on. And remember, we will twist it to the left to tighten it up. And you can tighten it up as tight as it will go. All right. Once you got all that in, you can hit power. And you got activation in your emitter. Auxiliary. Now to throw a blade in, we're going to want to take the ring off the emitter right here. So again, this is another one of those, no, sorry, it's not. This one is screwed on, correctly. So lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. We'll take this emitter piece off, make sure I don't drop it. Once you take it off, you'll notice you have a blade retention screw here, and then 180 degrees, you have another one. So you'll want to use both of those. This takes a 1-inch diameter blade. I'm going to use a small test blade. My TriStar blade, but this is set up for a full-length blade. So take your ring, just throw it on your blade like that. Put your blade down in the emitter, and then tighten down both of your blade retention screws. All right. Takes a little bit, but not too bad. But once you got those tightened up, you can slide this down and lock it in place. and that will essentially hide your blade retention screws. Locks in your blade, and everything's good to go. This class on class. Blaster bolts is just tapping auxiliary. If you want blade lockup, hold down auxiliary and hit the saber. See it right here. Now on a full length blade, when you do that, when you hold the saber up, of course you see it, but as you move the saber like this, the blade lockup moves further down the blade. Your soundtrack to play on your font is a long press on the power when the saber's off. Oops. Like that. And another long press to turn it off. Just like that.
Kenobi.
And we'll turn it off just like that. All right. And then, of course, to take the blade out, we'll just want to do exactly what we did to put it in. So we'll take this out. On this test blade, I can just lift it up like that. But on a full-length blade, you may just want to lift it up a little bit while you back these blade retention screws out. These, of course, don't have to come out all the way. Take it out like that, and then we can slide this back on. Like that. We'll come over here and take the pommel off. Loosen up our greebly again. And pull our chassis out. All right. To take the battery out, it's very easy to do. Just come over here from one of these grooves on both sides, grab the battery, and pull it out with your finger just like that. And that's basically your SP Sabers High Ground with Crystal Chamber and White Cloud Chassis. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll try to get this out in the mail by tomorrow. Thanks.